Floss Tube. Welcome to number 51. It's Sunday the 28th of February. It's another month over. We're a sixth of the way through the year now. Wow. Gosh, what happened? Oh, I'm really pleased though because spring is on its way. You know, the crocuses are out in my garden, the daffodils are just about to bloom. So I'm really pleased, but we've got to crack on and get this video done because I'm later in the day normally than I would film it. It's 10 to 11. Normally film it first thing because the sun comes round onto this room and is on the room all day. So if I don't get this video done soon, the sun's going to be on me because yeah, it's very close. So we're just going to crack straight on. I hope you're all well anyway, and I hope you've all had a good stitchy month. I have. I'm sorry if I keep wobbling the table. So yeah, let's get on with it. So, whip number 1 is my Temperature Garden by Stitch Your Mummy, Sarah, here on Floss Tube. And we're up to date as of yesterday because I always work like a day behind. But there we are, that's the whole thing. And this is February. We had a really cold spell, which is in those 2 flowers, which I think everybody in the Northern Hemisphere did. We had the lowest temperatures we've had in over a decade, I think were recorded. And we had more snow. I've had a lot, for us, we've had a lot of snow this winter. Like last year we didn't get any. The year before was only a dusting. But yeah, but anyway, that's where we are now. Like I've got the next 4 months all primed and ready to go. So, oh yeah, as I always say, I've made myself notes saying fabric and everything because I always forget to tell you, don't I? Yet this is on 28 count Cairns Birdwing Butterfly by Jodrey Designs, and it's stitched 2/2. I stitched 2/2 simply because I struggle with my eyes, and if I had to do 1/1, I'm struggling doing 1/. I'll talk about it when we get to my Haid, but I'm struggling with the 25 count, so yeah, I'm not going smaller than that. Right, so that's that one. The next one is my Fairy Tale Village by what you called? Abrissart. That's it. And this is a picture of what it will look like when it's finished. It is very long. Because it came with 14 count fabric and it in length, oh that's Jess, sorry, Jess is being the clingy one today. Yeah, it would be just over 1.6 metres in length if it was on 14 counts. I substituted the fabric for 18 counts. Now what I did with this is I think I mentioned last time I'd missed the 24 hours of cross stitch weekend at the end of January, so I decided just to do my own little challenge, and I actually timed myself for 24 hours, you know, of pure 24 hours of stitching, and I got quite far with it. I think when I showed it you last time, I think I'd done about 15 hours. I've now done the full 24. And then I worked on it for a few hours last night, so I will put a picture in of what it was like before here. And here we are now. So it's very detailed. you do like a few stitches of one colour and then you move to another colour. But yeah, I've done all this over here. It all needs, I'm just more or less I think up to the back stitching stage around here because I'm trying to back stitch as I go. But it's really fun. It's a really enjoyable stitch. I'll show you on the picture where I am. I think I'm working on this little house here, yeah, just above the watermill, which is in the middle. But really enjoying it so far. So I will carry on with that. I'm not going to try and get that back in the bag because it's only just fits in my really big bag. Oh gosh, oh, it's a pure cat invasion. Here's Charlie now. Yeah. yeah, Charlie. Oh, don't nudge the camera. Right, I'll be back in a minute. This is one of my usual chaotic videos because Charlie's still there, but he's settled down, and I've got Jess next to me who's trying to play with the little heart scissor pull thing off my So Much to Love bag, but let's crack on. Look, I've got 7 cats. This is what happens. So anyway, the next one is what's in here? Oh, this is my caterpillar cross stitch whip. The second part came out on Thursday just gone, on the 25th, and it's stitched. And where is it? It's in this bag somewhere. There it is. It's right down the bottom. This is my lovely bag that Charlotte made. Her business is linked below, and this is also the style of bag that's in the giveaway, which I will announce the results of later. But this is where we are. So the second part was the letter A, which is like some stalk scissors, and then those are diamond painting beads, and there's a button on the top, a button on the bottom, and then that ball of, I love that ball of wool. That was really good to stitch. But I've actually got a plan in mind for what I'm going to do with this afterwards. Yeah, I don't think she watches, so I think I can tell you. Like my sister-in-law, Whitney, she is multi-craftual 10 times over. She's just amazing at everything that she tries. So what I'm thinking is that when this is done, I'm erring on the side of making it into a pillow, like with some pom-pom trim around it, or framing it, but I think I'm going to make it into a pillow, and I'm going to give it to her for Christmas. So yeah, so that's my plan for that. Oh, fabric, see, I've forgotten again. This is 32 count lilac ice by Chromatic Alchemy, and it's stitched 2 stitches over 2 with the code for DMC. And look at the needle minder. Oh, it says made to create on there. It's a bobbin. So cute. I love Sally's needle minders at Caterpillar Cross Stitch. They're just brilliant. The enamel, you know, your needle, you can sort of excuse me, let your needle drop and it'll grab it. Also holds scissors very well as well. So that's that one. Now the next one is a new start and a finish. It's not FFO'd because I'm going to wait till I've done the full set. But I showed you last month these sets of patterns. The Treasures by Jane Greenough, that's the next one that I'm going to do. That's Giselle. And I've got 4 more to do. Oh, here's Jess again. But I did another one because I'd got to a good place to show you to finish on my Haid. So I was like, well, what can I do for the next day or two? So I thought I would start this. So this was the one I did last month, which I showed you, which is the right way up that way. This one was Capelia, which was lovely. And this month I have done Prateshka. I can't pronounce it now. I could pronounce it fine before. I'll put it in the description box below. And this is my favourite, and I can't see any of the others beating this, but isn't this beautiful? Oh, I just love it. I stitched this one on 28 count grey, it's just called grey, by Jodrey Designs, and it was one of the, when I was in the Rainbow Fabric of the Month Club, the classic rainbow, and this one came with that. It did come with 32 count linen, 28 count linen, but the linen was really slubby, and like especially like where the satin stitches are, they just didn't sit right and I didn't like it. So yeah, but so we've got satin stitches there. There's a little design in the middle. This one's got more beads on than the last one. Then we've got like some back stitch. That was meant to be in 2 strands and the back stitch around there, but I thought it looked too much with 2 strands, so I just did it with 1. Yes, we've got back stitch there. Then we have, those are teeny tiny queen stitches, 4 of them. And then we have, those are 4-sided stitches. And then we've got half road stitches. And Algerian eyelets, and then the rest is cross stitch. There was more cross stitch on this one than on the last one. There was hardly any cross stitch. So it's they aren't exactly the same, it's slightly different, and I think there's 3 of one design and 3 of the other by the looks of it. But yeah, just ever so slightly different, but oh, I just love it. And that variegated, that's an anchor thread, that variegated one. And it's just lovely. The other colours are all the called for DMC, and that one in the middle was a called for anchor. But you'll see with these kits, like they all come like with they're not difficult to stock because there's only a few colours, but that's like there's always an anchor variegated, and then there's a few DMC. Oh, and the horrible DMC gold metallic, which I should have subbed the first one out with Petite Treasure Braid, but because I didn't want to sub the rest out because I want them to match. But you can just see it's highlighted in various places. So that was that one. And they are so fun to stitch, but the charts are awful. Absolutely awful. I don't know how many mistakes I made with the first one because I'm having to go off the front cover picture. This second one wasn't so bad. I got it stitched quite quickly because I sort of used the other one, my other one, as a guide, so it wasn't as bad. Right, now for the pièce de résistance is my Haid. I did so well this month. I'd set myself a goal of reaching the end of the row, and I thought, there's no way I'm going to do this. Well, I actually got there with 5 days to spare, hence why other little bits have got done. Yeah, I finished my row. So I'm going to pick it up to show it you, but this might be the last time for a long time that I actually pick it up and show you, simply because of all the health problems I have a lot of trouble with this one, picking it up and holding it. So one of my lovely viewers actually said, why don't you just take a picture of it and show the picture? So that's what I'm going to do, because as well I'm going to have to roll the fabric up now, but whereas if I take a picture, I can take a picture of the whole thing rather than having to pick it up unrolled, if that makes any sense. Probably not. So yeah, this might be the last time you actually see it live, so to speak, for a while, but anyway, enough waffling. Here we go. And I can't wait to get back to it. Ugh. Oh, look at that. Oh, doesn't it look amazing? Even if I say so myself. This is stitched on 25 count Murano, 1 thread over 1. Oh, Jess, full crosses. Jess, that isn't helping. Cats, what are you gonna do? Do you like it? Yeah, she's rubbing herself all over it. So, I don't know whether you can see that. But yeah, so next I'm coming down there and I start working on the house. You can already see, like, that's the roof. It's like a pointed roof and a chimney, and that's another chimney. So yeah, I'll get the bottom of the tree and then start on the house. So let me put this down because it's absolutely massive and it's so heavy. But I've now done 22 pages out of 66, which means going by page numbers, I'm a third of the way through. But the last row of pages, to call them a partial, they're barely even partials, they're really small. And in fact, on the last page, page 66, I counted and there's only 50 stitches on it. So I am probably just a bit over a third of the way through. This one isn't on Pattern Keeper because I bought this many years ago as a hard copy. And she now, Michelle at Heaven and Earth Designs, now doesn't chart this artist any longer. Oh yeah, the artwork's by Dennis Lewin, by the way, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. So I'm having to work by paper copy. And I'm fine, I've worked from paper copies for over 30 years, so, that's fine, but I do miss Pattern Keeper. I miss being able to highlight, especially the last page I did, which was the tree, was full of confetti. Which is why I didn't think I'd meet the goal, and just to be able to use Pattern Keeper and to highlight your stitches, I miss it so much, and I miss knowing exactly where I am. Like I said, I'm about just over a third of the way, but yeah, so that's my whips. I've actually made some notes, so I know that before I go any further, I need to show Mum's whip now. Mum is steaming ahead as usual. I can't remember how many pages she's done, but I know she's just got the rest of this row, and then the next row is all partials, and then she's done. She does get through her pages quickly, but I'm working with the large format pages from Haid, and her pages are still smaller than that, so they're not as big as the large format Haid pages. Because she's working on Bridge of Tranquility by Artsy. Designs, which is her favourite full coverage design, and I have to say I think they're mine as well. Followed by Mystic Stitch, although Mystic Stitch do awful photography on their pieces, but anyway. That's by the by. So she's steaming ahead. So I asked her yesterday if she would unroll it and take a picture for me, and she did. If I've got a picture of where she was before, I will put it in here. And if there was no picture there, then I haven't got one. But I'll insert where she is now. So, yeah. I have to say, though, she's not, as much as she loves this pattern, she's not enjoying actually stitching at the moment. And she doesn't know why. Her books are really calling to her at the moment, and Mum will only do one hobby at a time. She either cross stitches or she reads or does a jigsaw. She won't read while she's got a cross stitch on the go, because Mum seems to treat it as a job, and she says she's got to get out of this mindset of thinking, I have to stitch on it, I have to do it. But she thinks she's just going to give herself a bit of a break once she's finished this one, perhaps do a bit of reading, a jigsaw puzzle, and then she might feel more inclined to go back to stitching. But I've not known her lose her stitchy bug. Be about 9 years. The last time was when my dad left, and yeah, she just lost her stitchy bug for a long time then, and it was me that pushed her back into it because I felt it would be a good distraction for her, and it worked, so yeah, anyway. So next, stash, some stash requirements, not many, because like I said, I am trying to be careful because I really need to get this house decorated. But yeah, the only things I bought were a few more charts, because I haven't got anything else to stitch on, and some needle minders. But the first chart I bought was from an Etsy store called Counting the Stars, and I have to say the computer mock-up on the front of it does nothing at all for the picture, because she does have a picture on her Etsy store if it's stitched. But this is called Star Mandala. like I said, by counting the stitches. I will link her store below. She's got some absolutely beautiful designs on there. She's a graphic designer, like by trade, but she also loves to cross stitch, so she decided to make some of her own patterns into cross stitch. So I did order, there was another pattern on there which was like some daisies, which Mum bought. But yeah, she's got some. And there's this beautiful rainbow design, which I was very tempted with as well. But yeah, go and check her out. She does some lovely ones. And the other ones, I've not got a picture on me, but I'll insert pictures. But I'm sure most of you will probably know. It's the Hello Pumpkin and Hello Dear from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I'll insert pictures of them here. And Hello Petal should be coming out sometime soon, maybe next month, March, tomorrow. Maybe sometime in March, I'm not exactly sure when. Followed by Hello Sunshine later on in the year. So I've decided I am going to do those. So I bought these other two, just the PDFs. But I did buy the needle minders to go with them because you have to, don't you? Hello Pumpkin seems to have 2 needle minders. So I'll show you those first. There's the one that says Hello Pumpkin. And then there's the owl, which is in the tree. So I bought those. And then, oh, I love this one. I bought the robin. Robins, they're my favourite bird. I love robins. I have lots of robins come to my garden. And the European robins look quite different to like the American robins. The European robins, they're smaller and a lot fatter. But I love a robin. And a robin, if you didn't know, a robin is the national bird of England. I don't know whether it's Great Britain or the UK, but I know for sure that it's the national bird for England anyway. So, yeah, there's a little Santa hat. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. Finish off my tea. So that's all I've bought. So next on to the giveaway winners. So my first giveaway was for a bag set. It's a bag like this, not this exact pattern. I said you could choose your own fabric, but it's a bag like this with handles and a key fob, you know, a zipper pull, and then inside it we have a little accessory pouch again with a zipper pull, and then there is also in here, which I couldn't find when I was showing it last month, but it was in here, a thread catcher. And I also said that if you wanted some grime guards to match, I'd have those made for you as well. So I pulled the winner for that this morning. I did the YouTube random comment picker. You'll just have to take my word for it because I do it on my phone, so I can't, or I don't know how to show it anyway. But the winner of that was Karen Williams. And I am so pleased because I do actually know Karen. I've met her a couple of times. We've stitched together at retreats, and she is a lovely, lovely lady. And I am so pleased that she won. So I've contacted Karen on Messenger and asked her to get in touch with me to choose fabric and everything. So yes, I'm so pleased that Karen won. I'll also, like I said before, I will leave Charlotte's Facebook shop in the description box, and you can go and check her out. If you can't see anything that you want there, you know, any bags or anything, if you contact her, I'm quite sure she would be more than willing to sort something out for you, and she is very reasonably priced. Too reasonably priced, as far as I'm concerned. I think her work is so good. I think she should charge more for what she gets, but Anyway. But then the second giveaway, oh, baby Jess, you're in the way. I know, yes, you're in Mummy's way. Come on. Yes. She complains a lot, she never does anything about it. Yeah, the second giveaway was for a £20 gift card to an online store or Etsy gift card of your choosing. And the winner of that, I hope I can pronounce the name properly, is Susan Acevedo. I hope I pronounced your name right. So congratulations, Susan. I have commented on your comment on the last video. If you could please get in touch with me, and my email address is in the description box, and we will arrange it. So wherever you want it. I don't know which country you're in, but it will be the equivalent current, you know, in your currency of £20. So yeah, and that was to celebrate my 2,000 follower milestone. So thank you so much, everybody, for following and for getting me to 2,000 followers. I'm very grateful. So yeah, I think that's it. The only other thing I wanted to mention, and I feel really, really bad mentioning it, and I've thought a lot about whether I should do or not, but I am going to. And it's just that I wanted to thank a person who, I won't name her name because I haven't asked her anyway, but I don't think it's fair. I do have a buy me a coffee link in the description box, although mine is actually buy me some tea bags because I'm more of a tea bag drinker, a tea bag drink. Well, you know what I mean. But I don't really announce it because I feel bad. But it just helps with like to fund you know, the postage costs on giveaways. Because I mean, like, the person who won the bag is actually in this country, but obviously if I'd had to send it to America or Australia or Canada or wherever, you know, obviously it costs a lot of money. So it just helps to fund that, because I do giveaways nearly every month on my channel. It helps to fund the postage, and it will also help to fund any future special giveaways. But one person, my first person, did actually buy me some tea bags last month, and if you see this video, I just wanted to say thank you so much. I'm so grateful, and what you donated actually paid the cost of my last giveaway. It came to more or less exactly the same price, the postage. So thank you so much. It really does help. I don't want to monetize my channel. You know, I could do if I wanted. I do meet the criteria, but I don't want to monetize it. But yeah, just thank you so much to the person who did that. Oh, Jess is now, she's going on her little tower. So yeah, so that's it. That's another month done. So once again, thank you to everybody who subscribes, who likes my videos or just simply watches. Thank you so much. Thank you to, you know, everybody who entered the giveaway last month. There isn't a giveaway this month simply because I just need to rein it back a bit, because this one's cost me a lot of money. So there's no giveaway this month. I do have a drawer full of stuff to give away, but I'm just going to have to take a break for a month or two. I hope you'll all understand. But yeah, thank you. I am now exhausted, but I'm going to get this all cleared up. I'm going to edit this video, and then if I've got any energy left, I'm going to put my Haid back on my stand, roll it up first, which I can't wait, and get cracking on the next row. So have a good month, everybody. I hope you're all fit and well. I've got my jab this week, which I'm really pleased about. My dad and my stepmom, unfortunately, are just recovering from COVID at the moment. They both got it. I'd been really worried about my dad getting it because he has a bad chest, but he's got through it quite lightly. I have to say, my stepmom's had it worse, but they're both okay. They're both doing well. I think my stepmom I think she's booked in for her jab now next Saturday. My dad still has to wait a week before you can have his, because you have to wait for a month after you've tested positive. But yeah, my mum's fine, mum's fit and well. But yeah, hope everybody else is. And thank you all once again. I'll see you next month. Happy stitching. Bye.